everybody.
Hello.
So we're here in Cappadocia. This is our second night. We're just done for the day. We just finished eating dinner, watched a movie, just relaxing right now before we go to bed. Cause tomorrow we gotta wake up early to see the hot air balloons from our hotel's terrace. They do say that it gets pretty packed up there, so we're gonna wake up early and try to make it before too many people show up. But we're here to talk about our uh, first full day in Cappadocia. And excuse my hair, I didn't do my hair today because
Same. My makeup is like running.
yeah, I wore I wore a beanie today because it was really cold. So like, I'm not gonna do my hair today. So, oh, and cheers. I'm drinking some FS, which is probably the most popular beer here in Turkey. You see it everywhere. They have it everywhere. It's good. It's good. I mean, nothing like Belgium beer, but it's pretty decent. I like it.
It's good to have after a day of adventures.
Mm-hmm. And yeah, let's not waste any more time and talk about the way we started our day.
Boy, did we have it.
Did all these things I'd never done before, and like it was amazing. We took the famous hot air balloon ride
udara
along the valleys
merupakan
around
pesona
Gorby.
dari kota. Terletak 500 km dari kota
I'm scared of
Istanbul.
heights, but I still went for it
Kota
because
ini
it's a
menjadi
lifetime opportunity.
salah satu tujuan kota wisata yang
We
terbanyak
don't know if we're ever gonna come back
dikunjungi
here.
oleh wisatawan.
We hope we do, but you never know.
Cappadocia
So I was like, I'm gonna do it. I don't care. I don't care. I'm gonna go up there. I'm gonna get on it.
He did amazing.
Yeah, I mean, at first when we started, I liked it because it was perfect. Like he started
he did it.
low, and we were like low for like the first 15 minutes, and yeah,
Yeah, he didn't go up like high right
Yeah.
away. He just kind of like slowly,
yeah,
like slowly.
and then he was like, "All right, guys, ready for the sunrise?" And I'm like, "Yeah, all right, we're going up."
And then that's when
And
he
then
went
we
up.
went all the way up, and we saw the sunrise all over the valleys. Oh, it was so beautiful. Like,
Nothing like a sunrise in Cappadocia.
yeah, it was amazing. The views. Oh, it was so. I forgot about my Fred Heights. I was like, oh, this is worth it. Yeah, so that was amazing. The landing was
The
like,
landing was like
so-
the smoothest landing
so when they
ever.
when they give you the talk before you go up, and they tell you that you have to brace for landing. You have to
They
get a,
taught us how to like kind of duck and cover
you have to
and
duck
hold on
and
to the
hold
rope
it, yeah, hold it to the ropes.
and to kind of lean back.
So I'm like, oh shoot, man, the landings must be rough then if we have
Yeah.
to like sit on the ground and like hold on.
The whole time when we were going down, I was just waiting for him to say, "Okay, guys, brace for landing."
Yeah, and so they have this how do you say trailitas?
Um, like little trailer carts.
Yeah, like little trailer cars where they move around the hot air balloons. We landed like
right on top.
perfectly on it. It was it like we were going down, and I felt like it was gonna like at least like
Like slam or
the
something.
slam or something. It was the most gentle landing
It was like,
ever.
pop.
It was like, oh, we're down.
We're down. We're landing.
We landed. We made it. It was so cool. And then
There were like 3 wedding photo shoots going on.
yeah, there were
At the
two.
time.
Yeah, apparently it's a
It's a
really
popular place to do photo shoots.
for sure. Photo shoots everywhere, honestly.
Yeah, especially
Really?
around the hot air balloons, especially early in the morning. You
Yeah.
see the brides and grooms posing for pictures.
So for the hot air balloons, it changes throughout the year. The timing around this time we're here late November, so right now the sunrise is around 7:30, 7:40 kinda. So they pick us up at the hotel, Well, you have to make a reservation first. You have to pick a company, make a reservation with them. Luckily, we have a friend here in Cappadocia.
She's been
She's been
amazing.
amazing.
Chloe, you are awesome.
Yeah, she helped us out to book our higher balloon ride, and so we pretty much didn't have to do anything. Like they picked us up from our hotel and took us by bus where the location of the takeoff was gonna be. The location can change as well because of the weather. They go by where the wind is going, so they changed locations last minute, and I think that's what happened because we were going one way,
And then all of a
and
sudden
then
the
suddenly
bus
we
just
had to,
turned around.
yeah, we just went on a U-turn and went back and went somewhere else. So yeah, they put you on a big basket. I think they can fit like 20 people there easy.
Oh, easily, yeah.
But right now because of COVID, it was maybe like I want to say 12 of us. So I think we took off like around 7:15, 7:20, right?
Yeah.
And then sunrise was like around 7:30, 7:40. Um, and then it's a 1 hour ride, and they let you look at all the balloon goes around,
Yeah,
so you
I
can see
like
it
how
from all angles. He also went all the way down in the
he
valley.
did.
We could like almost touch the rocks. It was
He was that great. Like we went down into the valley, and yeah,
yeah.
like you said, like we were able to practically touch the edge of the canyon.
Yeah, our friend Chloe said that that's how you know he was a really experienced pilot because usually like pilots that don't have that much experience they just
Stay up.
stay up, like they don't even come close to the valley or anything, to the rocks to the rock formations or anything. But this guy, there was already a balloon down there, and he still went down there. We were like this close to the other balloon, and we went all the way down, and we could almost touch the rocks. It was so cool.
It was beautiful.
And yeah, you can just tell how much we loved it. It was an experience for sure.
Definitely.
Yeah, and then yeah, after that they took us back to our hotel, and
we had some Turkish breakfast.
yeah, we had breakfast. You know, the usual breakfast that they serve here. I don't get tired of it. I love it. I love meat and cheese, so
meat and cheese and veg.
Yeah, so I haven't gotten tired. I had it every single day since I got here. So
you can probably have it back home too.
Yeah, for sure. And then yeah, after breakfast, we made some tea, and we went to sit at the terrace. The terrace here at the Sultan's
is pretty famous. You may have seen pictures of it on Instagram. That's the reason why we're getting up earlier tomorrow morning.
Yeah.
To get a chance to take pictures. It's a pretty famous place where a lot of people tag it for Instagram.
Yeah, before COVID, they would let like public just come, even if you were staying here. Even if you were not staying here, you were allowed to come and take pictures at the terrace just because they have one of the best views here. Probably not the best, because I heard there's another one that has the best, but probably the second best.
The setting itself is really nice. It's covered in carpets and pillows, and it just looks beautiful.
Yeah.
And I'm sure it looks even more amazing with the hotter balloons in the back.
So we're gonna do that tomorrow. It should be nice. And yeah, we should just.
Yeah, we just had some tea on the terrace, enjoyed the sun because it's been freezing.
Yeah, it's a little chilly, but it's nice because it's sunny at the same time. And yeah, after that, we decided just to like rest and take a nap, catch up on some sleep because we were a little tired still from the trip over here. So yeah, we took like a hour and a half nap, and then we had an appointment with our friend Chloe for a horseback riding tour on the valleys. So we did that. She picked us up from here, and she took us straight to the ranch. Hopped on the horses, and off we went. It was a first for me. I never ridden a horse before, but honestly, it was like it was so easy. Like my horse was really nice. My horse was like. Chloe said he was one of the most experienced ones. They already know the way. Chloe wanted to go like certain ways, but then the horse is like, nah, I don't want to go that way.
Yeah, since the horses know the route,
Yeah.
I guess they.
I guess like I don't feel like going that way today. I'm just gonna stay here. So
either that or they're like she did mention that horses get a little like hesitant, like, oh, that's not the path. We shouldn't go that way.
yeah. So yeah, there was a moment where Jessica's horse totally refused to go up the hill.
Yeah, and I don't blame the horse because it was a really steep hill.
Yeah.
And she did mention that my horse was recovering from a car accident that they had. So I mean, I honestly like don't blame the horse.
Yeah. I was a little nervous about that hill too. I was like, oh shoot, we're going up there.
Yeah.
Yeah, the going up and down. It was for me as a first time rider. It was a little nerve wracking, but it was beautiful at the same time. We made a little stop in a cafe.
One of the only cafes that's open.
One of the only cafes that's open, and then we had a couple beers. Well, I had a couple beers.
I had a pomegranate juice. That's become my favorite in Turkey. That they have freshly squeezed pomegranate
they
juice.
literally squeeze it in front of you out of the pomegranate, and all the fruits too.
Oh yeah, they have literally any fruit that you can think of freshly squeezed. They have it, and they can make you a juice.
Yeah. And after we rested for a little bit, we hop back on the horse. And
you forgot that we went exploring into the church.
That's right. We went to the church. There's a bunch of like old like cave churches from like back when people used to live on them. It's really cool because it's like legit. Like
you can see that that everything is carved, kind of like in our room. So our room was an old house that people used to live in, dug into the mountain. With any other, a lot of the hotels here, they're carved into. They're like old caves that people used to live in, and they're just like modernizing them now to use as hotels. And that's what kind of the church was that we went to explore on our break. It's an old church. You can see that it still has the paintings. It has the steps.
Yeah.
It has the animal feeding places, and they just look wonderful.
Yeah.
They just look amazing.
I think it's really cool because sometimes I think like sometimes when you go to museums and you see all these old artifacts, sometimes you can't really tell how legit they are. Like maybe it's a replica or it's like probably not the real one. But
these caves?
when you go to these caves, like you can tell like there was a city here, there was people living here, and it hasn't been touched. Like even though a lot of tourists come over here, it's still well preserved.
And it's really cool how well preserved, and
it's easy. It's free to go in too.
It's free to go in. You just have to have a sense of adventure. Be willing to climb, and be willing to climb and be willing to want to explore. Because let me tell you, that climb is not easy.
Yeah.
And the climb down is not as easy either.
And that wasn't the only climbing we did.
No.
After our horseback ride was over, Chloe gave us a ride to the entrance of the old. There's another church. Was it a castle? She said it was.
It was a castle, and
there was a church inside. And there was this guy that I'm 100% sure is the same guy that I seen on YouTube videos.
So we saw we watched this YouTuber named Aaron Explores on YouTube.
Shout out to him if he watches this.
Shout out to Aaron, who's still here in Turkey. We watch his videos, and we saw him do a video of him climbing up to this castle / church, and he had a guide with him. And this guy.
Yeah, but it's a local. Like he's a
local.
He's not a guy. He's not like a professional guy. He doesn't have like a badge saying that he's a guy. He's just a local.
He's just a local who's willing to show you around.
He owns a shop by the entrance of the castle, and he's like, "Oh, hi, my friends. Where are you from?" And like we didn't ask him to like show us around. He willingly like started like walking in front of us, and like okay, so this is the entrance, and look,
And yeah, he said that
come
his
over here.
grandfather. I think he knows it so well because he said that his grandfather
Yeah, because
was born there.
he's lived there for so long,
Hmm.
and
He like knows the area like the back of his hand. Like he knew all the little nooks and crannies to look
Yeah.
into. He knew where to climb, where it was safe.
yeah, he's like, put your foot here, put your hand here, come on up, and come over here. At first, I was like, we're going all the way over there.
Yeah, because
I'm good.
you like start at you're at the bottom, you're at the ground, and you look at this castle and you're just like, how am I gonna get up there?
Yeah, how the hell? That's not like.
It's
It's
not
not like.
possible.
There's no actual steps.
There's no steps.
Like,
You're
you
just
have to-
literally climbing on rock on rock.
Yeah, and I'm like, holy shit. So you really have to watch your step. Like you have to be
There's
super
no
careful.
safety nets. There's no like
Nothing.
rails. There's nothing to hang on to other than a rope.
If you trip, if you like slip,
You're
going
gone.
down. You're going down. So I was like, holy. So yeah, me and Jess were like going like trying to keep up with him, but at the same time being super careful.
This man, let me tell you,
He's probably like in his 50s, and
Yeah.
this guy was moving like a.
he was moving like a 12-year-old.
He was moving like one of those
Like
parkour guys.
Like he was moving like a parkour guy.
Holy shit! Like he was like climbing these rocks and jumping like nothing.
Yeah. And like Jared and I are like trying to keep our like we're like breathing heavy, like trying to catch up. And this guy's like, "Oh, come over here, my friends."
Yeah, shout out to Emmet.
Yes.
Oh no, Mehmet.
Mehmet.
Mehmet. Shout out to Mehmet if
Yes.
he watches this. Yeah, that was awesome.
Mhm.
And he doesn't ask for anything. I just
No?
I was like, let me give him some money because he showed us around.
Yeah. And he was telling us where everything was, where the pigeon houses were, what the inside of the caves were used for, where they used to make the wine. Because there's a vineyard close by,
Mhm.
and he would tell us that there's like this little, I don't think I recorded it, but there's like an area where people used to stomp on the grapes
Uh-huh.
and let the juice collect. And he told us that's where they used to stomp on it, that's where they collected the juice. And then we walked into another cave, and oh, it was the church.
Yeah. Yeah. So it was a great
It was-
experience.
It was so awesome.
And then he took us down to his cousin's shop, and me and Jess, we still need to buy some souvenirs. So we were like, yeah, why not? Let's check it out. So we bought some souvenirs from them, and
A lot
afterwards,
of the stuff was handmade.
oh yeah, that made. And yeah, after that, after we bought the souvenirs, the guy was like, "Are you going back to town? Let me take you." I'm like,
Mhm.
"Oh."
Do you have a
Yeah,
ride?
we have a ride.
Um,
It's not far. It's maybe like
Like-
5 miles.
mhm.
I mean, walking distance is far, but by car is really close by. So he was really happy to take us into town. So that was really nice. The hospitality here in Turkey is
It's awesome.
amazing.
Like you go to a store and they see you looking around. Oh, would you like a cup of tea? Or
It's-
even if you're like checking into your room, or if you're just anywhere, like if you're there for a little bit. Oh, would you like a cup of tea? How are you doing today?
Yeah.
Do you need something?
Yeah, and they're so grateful. Like over here, like if you give them like a 5 lira tip, they're so grateful about it. And then yeah, so we made it back into town, and we kept shopping because we still needed to buy some stuff. We kept shopping around, and then we got hungry. So right now, Cappadocia and Istanbul have a curfew for restaurants. Yes, for restaurants, and they can only do takeout right now. So all the restaurants are doing takeout unless it's a restaurant inside a hotel. If you're staying in the hotel, you're allowed to eat at the restaurant.
But only if you are a guest of the hotel.
If you're a guest of the hotel. Other than that, you can only take takeout food. So today we had dinner at the restaurant last night. So today,
We decided to try something from Jerome
Yeah.
or Jerome, and so we've been hearing a lot about the Turkish pizzas, the pide, and we walked by a cafe and they just so happened to have different types of pide.
Yeah, and it's something I wanted to try as well because I've seen it in so many videos.
Mhm.
So it's like a pizza, but there's no tomato sauce or cheese. Unless you get a vegetarian one, they'll give you cheese on it, but they don't put like as
They don't put
much
a
as a
heavy
pizza.
amount of cheese.
It's just a little tad of cheese and
And
it's
whatever topping you order
yeah,
yours
if you
with.
want meat or vegetables, and yeah, it looks like a flatbread, and
It's just like a little oval shape, and then in the middle, that's when they put the toppings, the
Yeah.
whatever toppings you want, and it's really good.
so you can eat it like a pizza. Like you can roll it up, or you can fold it. You can yeah, it was good. And then we also got some really good baklava.
Oh yes.
Um, I was telling Jess that that's the best baklava I ever had. Well, that I've had here in Turkey. Um, so I'm going back tomorrow. I get some more because it was so good. Um, and yeah, and that was our day for our first full day in
Cappadocia.
Cappadocia. And then tomorrow we have some plans to go to the open air museum, which is like walking distance. So that's after we do the hot air balloon pictures in the terrace. We're probably gonna have some breakfast, and then we're gonna head to the open air museum. And after that, we're planning on going to the underground city.
I'm gonna face my fear tomorrow.
So, because it's a must, and you know when
We keep hearing from the locals that it will give us a different idea of why the the people chose to live in caves, why they chose to live underground for such a long time, why they did it, who they were hiding from, the whole basic history on how they lived down there. And I mean, if they say it's a must, it's a you can't miss, then I'll face my fear and suck it up.
just like the hot air balloon, like I was afraid of heights, and I still did it because
Yeah.
it's one in a lifetime opportunity. So we'll tell you all about it tomorrow.